Joined now by the head coach of the Mavericks, Coach Harrington. 5-1 loss tonight against third-ranked University of Minnesota. How about your thoughts on the game as we get started here with this post-game presser?
Well, I think, we certainly came out and played a great game, as good as we could play. It was a good hockey game by two teams, and going into the third period, a tight game right there. And, I think a 1-0 game going into the third, and it's, we're thinking we're right in there. But, as that stretch in the third period, I think maybe a minute and a half or less than that, where they scored 3 goals, and the game ends up looking like it's kind of a one-sided game. But, I just thought we needed to finish our chances. You don't get a lot of great chances, and we had a lot of shots on net. But, when we get the grade A chances, we've got to be able to finish those. And I think there were a number of times tonight where we needed to have that happen, because a team like that, you're playing a strong team and a highly ranked team, as you mentioned there. They get opportunities, they finish them, and I think they showed that in the third period. But I thought our effort was there. What we wanted to try to do and how we wanted to play the game was correct, and just have to learn from that and be ready to go tomorrow on the road.
For those tuning in here, please remember to ask your questions via the chat feature. As we wait for a couple questions to roll in here, I'll continue to ask a question or two. You start a freshman goaltender making her college debut, and Lauren Barbeau, what did you think of her performance tonight?
Yeah, we had just in the last couple of days, Califranc, our starter, had some concussion errors, like headaches and stuff, and wasn't feeling up to par. And Lauren's been working hard since the beginning of the year and really competes day in and day out in practice. And we thought she'd deserve an opportunity. She was healthy and ready to go. And boy, we thought she played great. Our team played well in front of her. I think that's always a great sign when your team plays well in front of somebody. They want to play hard for that person in goal. And I think they did that for Lauren in net. And, certainly she made some breakaway saves there to keep the game tight early in the game. I think a couple of bounces that they quickly transitioned into goals, and of course a couple of big shots there at the end that beat her. So I don't think the result of the game was indicative of how Lauren played. I thought Lauren had an outstanding game in goal.
Question from Kevin Dudley of the Free Press. You played so well for large portions of the game. Are they just a team you can't have any lapses against?
Well, I think so. I think they showed that their ability, their firepower on their team, that they don't need a lot of opportunities to put the puck in the back of the net, and we did play really well and played smartly and made good decisions with the puck for the most part of the game. But we had a chance in the third. That's what we wanted to do, is bring it down and shorten the game and bring it into the third period, and we did that. But they showed their offensive abilities there in a short period of time.
Mary Rominger from KYC checking in, asking, how do you try and slow down the Minnesota transition, game 2?
Well, I think, we talked about that is the management of the puck and the making good decisions with it around our blue line and around the defensive blue line and around the offensive blue line. And then, if we don't have a play of getting the puck in deep and not letting their whole 5 players get involved in the offense going the other way. I think another thing that we need to do better is recognize when we have a chance to forecheck and when we have when there's not an opportunity to put pressure on the puck. That's when we have to get back above the puck or be behind the puck on our end. So they've got to go through more people, because if we get in that little game where we're going to trade rushes with them, that's not going to be a healthy thing for us against a team like Minnesota.
Having watched your team play so far this year, Coach, it's difficult not to notice the Nelson, Budarak, Langster line. And again, they produced tonight. I think I've come up with a nickname for them. I've been calling, and you remember this because you're a hockey fan. I know you're a hockey guy. The production line, they've been producing and they continue to produce tonight. And I thought that momentum that you got apparently after that game, the win over St. Cloud State the last time out, carried over with that line here tonight. And it's still, the sample size is relatively small, but it appears to the people who are watching your team play is that there is some definite chemistry between those three here early in the season.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly right about the small sample size, and we would look at that, and we look at it as starting the season. Here is their first collegiate games against a top-ranked team in Minnesota Duluth the first weekend, and then but they did some good things in that game, and we saw, we've been seeing since the start of the season that in practice that they're pretty talented, and that they, as I have mentioned. They're predictable to one another, all three of them. They understand what the other one's going to do. They know where they're going to go, and plus they have great poise and patience with the puck. So against St. Cloud, they had that kind of a breakout game to get us our first win. And of course, here we're going against the third-ranked team in the country, and you're going, wow, this will be an interesting game to see how they do. And they were tremendous. I mean, their ability to, play, like I say, like be smart with a puck and make small plays and work through people and get scoring chances. And you saw in the one goal tonight, Jamie just made a great play and kind of had some good deception coming down the wall to get the stick out of that passing lane, and Sydney finished. And we're hoping that we not see more of that in the near future and in the long-term future too, from two very good players.
Absolutely. The last question comes from Mary Rominger. Says, Coach, the importance to your players on the bench who cheer and bring high vocal energy in an empty arena. What do you think about the atmosphere that's so far here early in the season? Of course, no fans here at the rink in Mankato tonight.
Yeah, it was. And our players, they know that. And I thought our players did a great job on the bench tonight. I mean, they were cheering for good defensive plays. They were cheering for offensive plays. They were cheering for Lauren Barbeau's goaltending and net right there. And, they're our big fans. They're big fans for us when we don't have our other big fans in the stands. So, they do a good job. I think when you get going in the game, you make your own energy, and I think our team's done a good job of that so far through this season. Kind of certainly a strange season with the no fans, but something that we've adjusted to and adapted to.
All right, Coach. Thanks very much. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Peter.